It's your boy Jack Dumpson. Check it out. So now, if you guys listen to me for a long time, you probably know I repeat a couple of themes because they keep popping up and up again. Now, I have some general theories, like for example, I keep telling you, most of these entertainers, they're not bad people, but they don't really give too much fucks, okay? What they really care about the most is the almighty dollar. Now, the thing is, fans usually get it fucked up. Fans really think they care. Fans start looking at them like leaders, even more than just entertainers. Start looking towards them as social leaders, okay? Now, fans would be like, well, and listen, Chappelle said it right. I mean, imagine something happening and you're thinking like, what does Ja Rule think about it? Except Ja Rule is everybody. Ja Rule is not only just one rapper, Ja Rule is any fucking entertainer. But we believe some are different from others, right? Until we realize that, listen, rappers, they'll make an album about some shit that's really concerned. Their whole fucking theme of their album is on some pro-black, Black Lives Matter shit. But once that album gets sold, they're pretty much distant. They're not talking about shit. They ain't speaking up. They ain't backing up nothing. Okay, they already sold their product. They're out of here, okay? Now, we see it not only with that, we see it in other avenues, right? For example, Azealia Banks, she jumps out of the blue. She says, hey, listen, there's cultural appropriation going on. And the thing is, and this is the whole thing about everything I'm saying. They all bring up good points. All this pro-black shit, that's a good thing. All this cultural appropriation, bringing up that conversation, great thing because it's actually happening. But then you realize, where is it coming from? It's generating from all a place of just selfishness. It's not because they really care. We get to find out when Azealia Banks was bringing up cultural appropriation, what she was really mad at is that Iggy Azalea is so much successful than her. She couldn't explain it. She brought up cultural appropriation and basically said, look at a white girl doing way better than me. What the fuck is going on? Okay, came from a place of jealousy. Now, we're seeing it again. We're seeing it again with Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj basically was not nominated for the music video of the year at the VMAs, okay? Basically, everybody else was nominated, and let me just read out the nominations that you guys can know exactly who was nominated. Beyonce, 7-Eleven, Ed Sheeran, Thinking Out Loud, Taylor Swift, Bad Blood, Mark Ronson, Uptown Funk, Kendrick Lamar, All Right. Okay, basically, Nicki Minaj felt the Anaconda video, and if you don't know, go look it up on YouTube, pretty explicit. I mean, she's shaking her ass the entire fucking time, okay, just jiggling it the whole time, okay? You would think it's like a audition tape for some strip club, but no, that's her music video. I mean, I'm not going to say I didn't like it. I actually really enjoyed it. Good shit, Nicki. But she thought she should have been nominated. Now, instead of saying, listen, man, you guys just snubbed me, and I keep telling you, that's what these entertainers are doing. They spin it into a bigger issue. And I'm not saying the bigger issue might not be the case, but they do it for selfish reasons. So she spins it into, hey, the reason why I didn't get nominated is just another example of the white media who basically is shunning the curvy body types, and they're embracing. And this is where she starts sneak dissing, because I'm going to read the tweets. They embrace the skinny body types to some extent, and actually not even to some extent. That's definitely true. That's definitely true. However, is that really her point, that she's been really mad before she got snubbed? Or is she just chalking up that as an excuse because she didn't get nominated? Okay, now let's get to her tweets, because we have Nicki, Taylor, and we have Azealia Banks. I've mentioned all three. I'll show you how they all fit into the mix. Now, Nicki gets on Twitter, and by the way, Nicki is a pro with sneak diss. Well, she said this, okay? She says, I'm not always confident, just tired. Black women influence pop culture so much, but are rarely rewarded for it. This is her reacting to her not be nominated, okay? And that's very true. That tweet's very true. Now, she then goes on to say, if your video celebrates women with very slim bodies, you will be nominated for Video of the Year. Now, this is a sneak diss, okay? And this is why I don't understand that she don't understand that she was sneak dissing. Think about the people who were nominated. She says, if your video celebrates women with slim bodies, you'll be nominated for Video of the Year. Who was nominated? Beyonce, Ed Sheeran, Taylor Swift, Mark Ronson, Kendrick, Mark Ronson, and Ed Sheeran, all dudes. So they're eliminated. So who is it? Beyonce or is it Taylor Swift? Pretty easy, okay? You're not fucking with the Beehive. Obviously, you're kind of making a stink diss to Taylor Swift. Now, Taylor Swift actually caught that, or people, or maybe her fans tweeted like, yo, she sneak dissing you. So she responded to Nicki directly. She said, I've done nothing but love and support you. It's unlike you to pit women against each other. Maybe one of the men took your slot. Okay, basically saying, listen, why are you kind of making this like, yo, my video, because I'm slim, that I took your spot? How about Kendrick took your spot? How about one of the other guys took your spot? Not even Beyonce, but one of the other guys. Now, Nicki, of course, Nicki fires back, right? She said, You must not be reading my tweets. Didn't say a word about you, okay? Obviously throwing a stone and hiding her hands. She says, I love you just as much, but you should speak on this. And basically what she's getting into this whole thing about how the black female isn't portrayed the same way as a white female in the media. So we're going to get into that, but let's keep on reading the tweets. Now, actually, Taylor Swift responded saying, if I win, please come up with me. You're invited to any stage I'm ever on. Okay, so Nicki continues. Nicki says this. I'm confused as to why you just tweeted me when I made it abundantly clear. And then she retweeted a tweet that was a story, I guess, from Ryan Seacrest's website or whatever. She said, nothing I said had to do with Taylor, so what jabs? White media and their tactics, so sad, that's what they want. By the way, the headline for the tweet did say, Taylor Swift blasts Nicki Minaj for VMA jabs, saying, I've done nothing to you but support you, okay? So basically, she called out the media website saying, hey, what are you talking about? What jabs, right? She's going to ignore the fact that she was sneak dissing, but okay. Now, she goes on to say, Ryan posted a headline of Taylor saying she loves me and supports me, but not me saying the same to her. Their headline says I took a jab, okay? Now then, she continued by saying, I'm so glad you guys get to see how this stuff works. Taylor took her music off Spotify and it was applauded. We launched Tidal, we're dragged, okay? Then Azealia Banks jumped in because ain't no competition or feud or any type of verbal jabbing going on without Azealia Banks getting to mix. She said, wait, all my videos deserve VMAs and my album deserve a Grammy, but I'll never get one because America don't like opinionated black women. And then she continued to say, but all you did was show your ass. And ass we've seen or all seen plenty of times. Change is good. It's good to try new things sometimes. I just think everyone in the pop sector gets away with being mediocre, so the award shows becomes a mediocrity contest. I mean, just because McDonald's can sell a lot of food doesn't mean the shit is gourmet. Okay, now it's kind of a loaded conversation between the three, and pretty much the quickest way I could sum it up is that, I mean, Taylor Swift obviously missed what Nicki Minaj was getting at, but Nicki Minaj did sneak diss Taylor Swift. Nicki Minaj sneaked this Taylor Swift in trying to make a point that because she's black and curvy, and that's not the body type that white America or white media likes to accept and promote, even though hip-hop might love it, right? The white media does not promote the, number one, colored woman that's very curvy. They love the white model that's tall, probably blonde with blue eyes, okay? That's just fact, right? Now, Azealia Banks jumps in and says, okay, but are you really trying to make a case for your goddamn music video? All you were doing was shaking her ass. And to some extent, that's true as well. Basically, what I'm going to say is this, okay? I've never heard Nicki Minaj mention this before. I've never heard her call it out for someone else other than her not getting a nomination, which means she's only using this thing, which does exist. I'm not saying it doesn't exist. She's only using it to say, they're just fucking with me. Now, if it was made in a vacuum, I'd love to have the conversation. Just like if Azealia Banks made the whole argument of cultural appropriation, I love to have that conversation because it's happening. But when Azealia Banks did it, she points straight at Iggy Azalea when, look, we could look around now and be like, wait, what's going on with Sam Smith? What's going on with that? Isn't that some type of appropriation as well? So these artists, they're pretty selective in what they want to do. As I said, if it's not affecting them, most likely they're not going to speak out. But when they do speak out, they try to make it bigger than them to get more people to care. Because if she said, why isn't my ass shaking video nominated? A lot of people would dismiss it. When she says, why isn't my video nominated? Is it because I'm a black curvy woman? People are going to pay attention because we want to see, is something going on? Now, this has been going on. So if we're going to tackle this, let's not tackle this because your fucking video didn't get nominated. Let's just tackle the problem. But nobody wants to do that because if she gets nominated or once the award show is done, she'll never mention this shit again. Okay? Now, it's the same with Azealia Banks. After Iggy went away, we don't hear that again. Okay? Whatever these people's issues are, after they either sell a product or they chalk up their failure, they never mention it again because it's not a real thing that they want to champion. It's just something they could use for personal selfish gains. And for that, this is the reason why I'm tossing all these into the bushes. This has been going on. Let's not act like this is, oh my God, this is some big issue that, no. Come on. Your fucking ass shaking video did not get nominated. Basically, if it was nominated, you would never bring up the point. You would only bring it up to pretty much give an excuse and then try to point the blame to something that's been happening, but you'll take the good parts, but then you'll just reject the bad and just blame it on that. It's kind of whack to me. Whack as fuck. If you're gonna be one way, be consistent. Don't do it only for yourself. If I was gonna speak out on one particular issue that only affected me, and when it affects everybody else, I act like I don't see it, it's fucking bullshit. You're not genuine, and really, you only care about winning awards, and you really only care about, in some cases, your fucking bank account. If your album is selling, good. Once you're done selling the album, I don't really see no need to really talk no more, okay? I'm going on tour. Bye. Peace out, Negroes. So get in the comment box. What do you guys think about this, man? Listen, this is a good point made by Nicki Minaj, just like it was a good point about cultural appropriation made by Azealia Banks, just like people's albums that were pro-black were really good, really necessary. But my thing is it more about them personally, or do they really care about the culture? Because all these entertainers have kept showing us from time to time that really, yeah, they kind of care, but what they care about, as I said, is the almighty dollar. Get in the comment box, make sure you guys like. Definitely subscribe, man. How about?